In the competitive world of electric vehicles, understanding your competitors isn't just about test drives and performance metrics. It's about looking deep inside and literally taking apart every component to understand the engineering philosophy behind what you're up against. Hi everyone, David here from BEYONDEV, and today we're looking into a fascinating project conducted by Nikkei BP, Japan's largest business and technology publisher. Every year, Nikkei BP selects one significant vehicle for a comprehensive teardown analysis, and in 2023, their choice was the BYD SEAL. For those unfamiliar, Nikkei BP's annual teardown reports are considered industry benchmarks, and their selection of a vehicle often signals what they consider to be a pivotal moment in automotive evolution. And by focusing on the BYD SEAL, Nikkei BP is acknowledging the shifting dynamics in the global EV market. Their preface is particularly noteworthy, referring to BYD as the Chinese manufacturer that will lead the world of EVs in the future. A bold statement from a Japanese institution known for its measured analysis. When Nikkei BP performs a teardown analysis, they put together their findings in a comprehensive report containing disassembly photos, comprehensive explanations, and repair guidelines, together with full-length video footage of the teardown process. This report is then offered for sale, for a hefty price tag I might add, to automotive industry OEMs to allow them to get a true understanding of how the car's underpinnings actually work and fit together. To help convey the quality of the material in the report, Nikkei BP offers a 6-minute sample video of what you can expect to receive if you purchase the report. And that sample video of the BYD SEAL Teardown is what we're going to take a look at today on this episode of BEYONDEV, your home for everything BYD. Now, before we get into the video, I just need to highlight that this video is freely available online through Nikkei BP's website, but to comply with fair use standards of YouTube, I will be providing commentary and pausing the video at times to offer my thoughts about the teardown process. Please also note that the video is completely annotated in Japanese, and I've gone to the effort of translating all of those Japanese annotations into English, and that is what you'll see displayed on screen in green text. But with that now out of the way, let's get into the video. So what you see here is a list of all the teardown reports that Nikkei BP have done in the past, starting back in 2018 with the Nissan Leaf, all the way up until 2023 where they did the BYD SEAL. So what they've pulled the cover off here is the AC-powered permanent magnet synchronous rear motor that you'll find on the premium and performance BYD SEALs. This has been said by a number of news outlets that have read the report. The report says that BYD will be the world's #1 EV manufacturer, if not already, sometime in the very near future, and that they have the foresight to lead the world in EV standards. If you've ever wondered what's under the frunk of the BYD SEAL, this is it. It's essentially the heat management system that's stored under there. And in the video they highlight the location of the electronic compressor for the air conditioner, as well as the heat management valve unit. So after removing all the underbody panels, the first thing to come out is the battery pack. And just looking at it here, it looks like it is a completely sealed unit. Now with the bumper bar off, you can see they've labelled the sensor, the millimeter wave sensor, and the video camera. And I think they might have mislabeled the sensor because that is actually the light panel for the see-through badge. Now, a lot of you might not know this, but that silver badge on the front of a BYD Seal isn't actually silver. It's actually transparent plastic. And in China, there is a light panel behind it, and when you turn your headlights on, that badge illuminates. Unfortunately, it is removed for Australian Seals, but that is in this car by the looks of things. You can see here that they're pulling out the front radiator out of the Seal, and you might be wondering why an EV even has a radiator. Well, this is what is used to regulate the temperature of the battery cells. Now, what you can see here is the main brain of the rear powertrain of the BYD Seal. This big silver box contains the 8-in-1 rear power unit that integrates all the drive and control components just for the rear motor. So what you're going to see now is a good example of what makes BYD stand out from other auto manufacturers. It's their ability to simplify the manufacturing and assembly process that legacy automakers just haven't been able to do as well. When it comes to legacy cars, all the electronic items that you see in the car are generally controlled by a standalone ECU. So when you're talking doors, AC, windows, anything you can think of will have its own ECU controlling it. This is one of the ways that BYD has revolutionised automotive manufacturing, as they've simplified their electronic systems down to be controlled by just 3 ECUs. There is a ECU that controls the left side of the vehicle, an ECU that controls the right side, and then you have the multimedia unit ECU. This is somewhat similar in design to how Teslas implement their electronic systems, although Teslas tend to have 5 ECUs, as they have an extra ECU for the autopilot and a further ECU for the multimedia entertainment screen. And here you can see they're removing the inbuilt dash cam, which came pre-installed with the vehicle, which of course we don't get here in Australia, but you can actually order that unit by itself and fit it yourself. So this is obviously the Seal Performance or Excellence variant, depending what part of the world you're from. And what they've done is pull down the front subframe with the front motor on it. And it's actually a different motor to what you see on the rear. The rear has a permanent magnet synchronous motor, but the front utilizes a squirrel cage induction asynchronous motor. Permanent magnet motors are inherently more efficient than induction motors, but they come at a cost. Those magnets do not come cheap. My assumption for why BYD would use an induction motor on the front would be that the car runs with a rear wheel bias, so that level of efficiency that a permanent magnet provides wouldn't necessarily be required, or may even be overkill to have on the front axle as well. Induction motors are also cheaper to manufacture because the rotors don't have those big expensive magnets in them. So it could just be down to a cost-benefit analysis that an induction motor would achieve all the benchmarks they needed to hit and didn't necessarily need to have the added cost of another permanent magnet motor on the front to achieve their performance goals. What you can see here is the 8-in-1 controller that's on the rear axle, and again it demonstrates how BYD has revolutionised EV manufacturing by the amount of integration they've incorporated into the controller. This controller box is attached directly to the electric motor and reduction gear box, which is actually a separate housing, but this housing in particular contains the vehicle control unit, the battery management system, the power distribution unit, the DC to DC converter, the onboard charger, and the 3-phase power inverter that utilizes silicon carbide. Most other EV manufacturers would separate all of these modules out into separate modules, but BYD puts them all together in just one box. Now I want to pause the video here and show you what BYD means when they say cell to body technology. In a conventional unibody car, the unibody has a floor. You can't actually Flintstone it and put your feet through the bottom of the floor without hitting a sheet of metal. But as you can see here, it is just a frame. The battery itself, when it's installed underneath the car, forms the floor of the vehicle. And because that battery is a sealed unit, it is a very rigid and strong material to integrate into the chassis. Having the battery form the floor of the chassis greatly increases the torsional rigidity, so you'll get less twisting around corners, and it also improves crash safety significantly as well, because that solid block battery distributes impact forces across the entire floor of the vehicle and makes it extremely difficult to crush the cabin from a side impact, as opposed to having the unibody just crumple inwards when it's impacted at a particular point.
So that was a deep look inside the inner workings of the BYD SEAL. And if you want to take a look at the full-length teardown video, all you need to do is come up with a cool 13,000 Australian dollars and Nikkei BP will send you the rest. But what did you think about what you saw? Do you agree with Nikkei BP in that BYD will take over the global EV market? Or will other players come along and challenge them for the throne? Let me know down in the comments. And if you're new here, please do give the video a thumbs up if you liked it and consider subscribing to the channel. We've got plenty more BYD content headed your way. That's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.